in your eye.
Alright, hello my friends, how's it going? Good evening. Alright, let's see who's here. Funzy, hello. Siraj, man. Hello, Drew, what's up? Gam. How are you doing, Siraj, man? I'm doing alright. Cool Dog Derek, Secret Myth, hello. Kill Switch. ODM, hello. Christian, what's up? Lana, hello. Infected Cutie, hey, good morning to you. What's up? Thanks for the 8 months. Hawk, hello. Juan Tagon, how's it going? Happy hump day, I guess. How are y'all doing? Oh, Nephilim, what's up? Mason Gray, I'm here for the nepotism. Yeah. My house, my rules, right? Isn't that how it works? Maybe that's exactly why I don't get Discord partner for the server applications. Too much cursing and too much nepotism, huh? Young homie, hello. Elquan, hello. 4 months, thank you. Oh, Infected Cutie, you like it? Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good match, so I swapped it for the Escape Artisan. Nepotism is very much appreciated. Oh, I hope you do get to sell it. Oh yeah, in case people aren't aware, Chamchi in this chat right now, Chamchi, okay, is selling a Linworks whale that has been re-anodized by one of the best anodizers in Korea, Prime Anodizing, to a dark green. And it will come with 3 plates and with a sick 62-gram Cherry Mix Black build. I trust that Chamchi has a very good build. So if you're interested in the Linworks whale, hit up my man Chamchi. Okay? Alright, cool. It's a very good deal though, by the way. If you contact him, I'm sure he'll give you a good deal. And a quick and easy sale, so you know, just hit him up. Alright, cool. That was it. Oh, Lil Bonaparte, hello. How's it going? Nepotism, we're a family here. Yeah. I'm just taking care of La Familia, you know? Just taking care of family. That's all. Too many hot takes or too many bossy and covert takes, Fishy? Because maybe that's what dooms us. It's the gum purple? No, this is not gum purple. This is the Lilac Sharkette QT. This is from the Clack Happen sale like in 2018, something like that. Kira, hello, first time. Oh, welcome, welcome. Yeah. Wayland, it looks better than I expected. Well, that one's re-anodized, Drua. So it's pretty well done. That said, if it took well to the re-anodizing, it means the quality of the aluminum is good enough for it. So, because normally if the aluminum sucks, like the raw material sucks, then it won't take to good anodizing anyway, even if you try to re-anodize it several times. So yeah. A skip ad didn't work? There's a skip ad option now? Damn. I just got into keyboards, got my first custom one 4 days ago. Oh, that's recent. Well, welcome to the community, and I'm sorry, Kira Times. Welcome and I'm sorry. No worries, Little Bonaparte. How's it going? How are you doing? Evening. All right, so let's get started. So today we are building an NRD Kaze. So the NRD Kaze, or the Kaze TKL by NRD Designs. It's been a board that's been hyped up for a little while now, right? I would say it was hyped up for maybe like the past year and a half or so, maybe 2 years now. It's been a bit since it's been hyped up. If you don't know, NRD are led by lolstacks, as well as what's his username? Mr. I know him by first name, but I don't want to name him. Mr. K Thrizzy. Yes, my bad. Mr. K Thrizzy. So they both, you know, have this gig going. They've designed several things. They've designed the Nest, which is like this one, which is like an artisan keycap or a keycap tray in general. They have the Nest XXL, which is like the really large version of that. I think they're doing like a carrier for those, and then they're doing like coasters. They're doing like all kinds of like little keyboard accessories, and the Kaze is actually their, I guess, first big public, like, you know, keyboard design. And it's a TKL, which is like F13 style. It has a blocker on the F13 part, which instead has their logo as an insertable blocker. And it's been hyped up for a bit, you know, like it's been featured on a few streams. I believe there was like a wooden one that Nathan had for a bit. So yeah. All right, and then so kind of like to give you the background, the Kaze, you know, has had its prototypes and whatnot, and it's been ordered by Mikibo, if I recall correctly, as it's going to be like an in-stock raffle sale pretty soon. I'm pretty sure they're like, you know, they gotta like QC and pack and make sure everything's all in order logistics wise, and I'm pretty sure that the Kaze will be sold as an in-stock raffle on Mikibo soon enough. No details have yet been announced, but it will be soon. I'm sure that by the end of the year they should be out, because it's a lot of warehouse space most likely. And so yeah, and so there was an F&F run that happened in the process of ordering for the in-stock sale, right? And so those units did ship out, which is like the few that shipped out. I believe there's like a blue one, there's a gray one, there's a red one, and I think there's going to be like a polycarb one. But yeah, so those are some of the options. So yeah, doesn't Ryan just say his name all the time? Oh, that's true, actually. I think you're right. Sean, hello. I keep looking at the Nest keycap trays. They are nice. They're definitely not cheap either, though, because there are other options that are cheaper. So it relatively could look a bit more expensive. But yeah, they are very nice looking. They've been anodized. They've been Cerakoted. Like different finishes have been done for them with infill too, I think. So yeah. Oh, Taya is still holding it hostage. I see. Happy Talks pregunta cuáles son tus switches lineales favoritos. MX Black, Cherry MX Black. Y Gateron switches, así como Gateron Yellow, Gateron Milky Top Yellow, Gateron X, etc. Probably my favorite linear switches, I would say. Yeah, Zebsody does have very cheap aluminum trays. They're a lot lower, and they're nice angled aluminum trays for they're like what, $35 I think, and pretty good price. So yeah, there's definitely quite a lot of good options out there now with the keycap tray thing going. And so yeah, that's like the keycap tray thing has been going on. I would say like the NRD Nest was definitely one of the first few to really kind of make it more popular. And then, like, you know, there's this alchemy tray, right? And then there's been like many other iterations of this through different brands, different companies, whatever it is, right? So 30 GB40 in stock in a few months. Okay, it's like 35 average. All right, so today's build, as the build command says, is going to be a half FR4 plate. We have our I Love Mikibo sticker here, some bump-ons, some screws, I believe, for the top mount if you need it, and then some extra screws, I think, as well. And this the PCB actually has been mill maxed, which was something that I was asked to do, so I already did that off stream. And the unit we'll be building today is a gray unit. Bro, you're teasing me with the Def Black and OG Try in the top left. Oh, these are Topper too. Pretty cool. This is So I built my Raita in Topre. So they're Topre. Pretty cool. Wait, Raita can be topper? Yeah. There is a EC PCB for it, like a kit. It's like an add-on, separate. All right. So this is the gray. This is the gray Kaze, as you can see. I think it's still focusing. Yep. And it has a. Well, right now it has the stock silver aluminum plate, and then it has a brass weight and a polished steel blocker, I believe. And so as you can see, it is F13 style. It does have the USB port here on the nav cluster area. Standard 3M bump-ons. The weight is engraved like this. Has the NRD logo like that, and then says Kaze 00 on the other corner. And then so it has like the koala side profile. Pretty low typing angle. I'm gonna say this is like either 6 or 7. I actually don't remember exactly how much. And that's about it. Oh, what's kind of cool is that the plate is pretty good. It has fixed step caps lock, fixed backspace, fixed ANSI everything. It's great. No choices to be made. The layout's already there for you. So that's kind of cool. Is that a 90 key artisan tray by NRD? Oh, that's funny. Anyway, so yeah, so that's pretty much the board. If you need me to show any more of it, I can show it later, but I think for now I don't need to like open it up or anything, so I'm just gonna like put it aside and we can just get to doing our stabs and building the assembly, right? Those clacks talk? Yeah. Yeah, this is gunmetal gray, yeah. Milmax off stream scamming us out of content? What do you mean? It's so, I mean, honestly, I don't have enough time to stream like all these things. Not like it would take me forever, and also like I'm not actually home to stream all the time. So yeah. What's kind of cool is I can actually take parts like this to work where like we have a lab, so it's like basically have all the tools. I have solder, you know, there's soldering irons, like pretty much everything. Everything that I have here I also have at work. So that's kind of nice. So like on like, you know, like between like lunch hours, like I can do things like that. So that's kind of cool. All right, some extra sockets if we need it, although I don't think so. So this is a PCB. This is a McLovin PCB, and as you can see, it has all the fixed stab things. It does support caps lock, regular caps lock, although the plate doesn't here. It does have F13, as you can see, although you know we won't be putting anything there. But you know it supports everything. I didn't put the Milmax sockets here at the blockers because it's when keyless here, and then the F13 I just left it, but in case this PCB has to go somewhere else. But yeah, it's the McLovin Infinity 88 Revision 2 PCB for NRD. Anyway, pretty nice. And here's our half plate as well with fixed everything, which is kind of nice. And Matt, hello, how's it going? No ISO disapproved. Oh, I know. I mean, I'm sure that you can figure out a plate for this, because pretty sure that this plate would be like the same as the JB2 CE, right? So you can go with like JB2 CE style plates for this and use like ISO, right? So. Milmax half plate, ballsy. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think one reason for the Milmax is also because you know, client wants to try the Oil Kings stock and then lube them if necessary later. But you know, just kind of wants to try different things. So I mean, I think for that particular case, I don't think there's anything to fault there. Especially if you're not the one doing the soldering and desoldering, right? So. Don't tell me the stabs are pre-tuned and lubed too. No. The stabs, I'm just doing it on the stream here. How much would it cost to have you file a plate for regular caps compat? Probably not too much. It depends actually. Depends how much effort it takes. It's based on labor. There was the spacebar issue with half plate. Oh, I see on PC plate. Okay. Regular cow 625 split BS split right shift olive full Kaze coming. Oh my god, that's so cursed. I mean, you gotta find a PCB that works for it too. So, what a waste of money though. But just kidding. I mean, if you have to buy additional parts, it's kind of annoying. Just a lot of extra money, right? It's like at that point, might as well just get a different board that like comes with a kit that supports all that, right? Dremel the blockers. SMH. Wow. Okay, Gam. Okay. Jeez. Thanks for the 26 anyway. PC plate joke, get it? Haha. Dremel out the bash for F13. Oh yeah. Vono with the prime sub. Thank you, thank you. We meow with chatting today. Yeah, how are y'all doing? Just stalking? That's fair. I'm just honkaiing on the side. Oh, nice. I started the game. I haven't gone far. I'm like level like 10 or something like that. So I just started. Haven't got my 5-star yet. But yeah, it's fun. It's been fun. I like the animations. Graphics pretty good. Just overall pretty fun. Turn-based game. Yeah, it's fun. Kind of used to exactly what the system is like, so it's not. I guess at least coming from a different Hoyoverse game, like it's not too bad. But yeah, I've been enjoying it slowly. Should I try Honkai? Sure. I mean, it can't hurt to try it. I mean, you can just play it for a little bit and see if you like the combat system and stuff. It is like turn-based, and once you get the hang of it, though, I think it goes kind of fast too. So, it's not that bad. Because you're basically just like queuing up all these things, right? Been working on my transferring videos from my phone to my PC for a fat minute. iPhone is not fun right now. Huh. Is it actually difficult to transfer stuff between iOS? Oh wait. Oh, I see. Between an iOS device and a PC? Like a Windows. I guess maybe that's kind of annoying, huh? It's like, what do you have to do? Like cloud services, or is there a way to not just like directly tether it to a computer, like USB or something? I got ice cream. Oh, nice. I want ice cream. Oh, Shinoto, what's up? What's good? How you doing? Was it mint ice cream? Do you like mint ice cream, Drua? I do. I like mint chocolate. It's one of my favorite. I know some people really don't like it, but I do like it a lot. I love mint ice cream on an autumn day. Very specific, but that's just like you. Yeah, I love me some ice cream on a cold day too, though. I actually crave ice cream a lot on colder days. Something about it. I mean, hot days too. I mean, ice cream in general I love, but I do tend to crave ice cream on a colder day. Mint cookie crumble. Cloud service or Apple is very limited. You would have to pay a premium for more space. I'm not paying that. Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. Me neither. Oh, mint ice cream on an autumn day. Nice. Where do you get it from? Do you have it imported from California by any chance? From a undefined location, perhaps, because it's under tight regulation. What? Oh, it's okay. It's okay if you don't get it. Churro and s'mores? That sounds yummy. Very sweet though. Never I go to Stewart's. That's fair. Like a true upstate New York resident. Fair, fair. I was just joking around with Drew, who said something funny. If you know, you know. I don't know. Be honest. But I'll take your word for it. Must be good. I haven't been too many times like upstate, to be honest. I mean, I've gone to like Albany and like Rochester and like that area, but only like once each or so, maybe twice. Hot take: s'mores are hard to cook right, especially on firewood. Oh, that's a decent take. I would say it's not necessarily a hot take. Perhaps it's a literal hot take, but I wouldn't say it's that bad. It's decent. I mean, it can be challenging for some people. I don't think it's mostly like once you get the hang of it, though. I don't think it's that hard. Yeah, I think it's a kind of a skill issue for sure. You gotta bridge the skill diff gap here. Stewart's is S tier. Sounds yummy. They made this new strawberry sunrise sherbet, sorbet, I guess. And it's heavenly. I ate it the other day and nearly busted on this okay. Very, very graphic. Had a strawberry sunrise and busted. Nearly. Talking about s'mores ice cream? Huh. Burn to melt ratio off? That is a concern to have for sure. Hello, John. What's up? It's like what Cookout is to the south. I have no idea what either of them are, so I guess I'm missing out. It's too bad. It's too bad, to be honest. I do miss something about being a little bit away from like the big cities, but at the same time I end up missing the big cities when I'm away from the big cities, so yeah, one of those things where I would probably rather be in a big city than too far away from it. At the end of the day. And that's from like, that's coming from someone who did live like in small towns and stuff for a very long time. Cookout is so mid, it's cheap, that's about it. Oh, okay. Cool. Good to know. I trust Christians like taste in food and dessert and that kind of stuff. I do trust Christian with that. I do think he has pretty good taste when it comes to, I mean, probably more refined than me, to be honest. How small is small town? Maybe like a few thousand. Like maybe like sub 10k, sub 30k, maybe like sub 30k, sub 50. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I'll be honest. For me, having grown up in like, I grew up in like, I was born in a city that had like over 10 million, and then moved to another city that had like 20 million, and then moved to another city that had like 1.5 million in population. And then I came to the States and realized that a lot of cities in the States are actually pretty small. They're like sub 1 million, most of them. I was pretty surprised. I was like, oh yeah, Boston's like a several 100,000 or whatever. I was like, no way. I thought it was like a major city, right? No, it's not. And same goes for like I don't know, San Francisco or like other places. 20 million? Yeah, 20 million. Like Mexico City metropolitan area is like 25 million or something like that. Mexico City metropolitan area is like 20 plus million people. What are the 3 million cities? Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Leon, all in Mexico. They're all like more than 1 million population each for the metropolitan area that they encompass. Burbs around Boston are more popular than Boston. Yeah. So in the US, because the landmass is so big, I mean, although in Mexico too, you know, it's very spread out. Like like suburban areas in the States are very spread out. Like go to Atlanta, and then like burbs, like it's very spread out. Same with like Chicago and like Illinois, it's like around the lakes. Though I haven't lived in Chicago or been there more than like a few hours. So I can't really speak for it. But even like, you know, when you think of like LA, like it's pretty spread out too. All the metro science hit me in the head, especially Valderas. Valderas gave me a big respawn. Hey, it was bad. That's funny. I want to visit Mexico. Buddy who's from Yucatan wants me to go with him. Oh, Yucatan is gonna be pretty much less populated. Pretty much if you go to like outside of like Merida, it's like everything is like middle of nowhere. No way, Guadalajara is 10. Guadalajara is like pretty big too, right? I actually don't know. Someone look it up for me. Chicago is a more wide New York. Sounds right. I mean, but that's also because New York, well, specifically New York City, right? Manhattan is an island, so it's restricted geographically by the land itself, right? And then, you know, obviously there's the 5 boroughs which extend further out. And then, you know, obviously because of like the way Long Island is too, like the way how like Queens and then connects into Long Island, or the way like the Bronx opens up north, it's going to still like allow for that expansion. But I would say because the central part of the city is around Manhattan, you'll still be like geographically limited in growth as far as like surface area covered goes. 5 mil, I think, for Guadalajara. Okay, still doesn't matter. Most cities in the U.S. don't hit 1 million, right? I mean, what are the biggest cities in the U.S. population-wise? New York, L.A. All the cities over 1 mil, I know off the top of my head. What are they? In the US. New York, LA, Chicago, Houston, Dallas. That's it. 5 cities. I mean, actually, it's about comparable to most, many other countries too, actually. Which, many other big countries that have, like, about 5 cities that are pretty big. I mean, like, Mexico is a comparable country, landmass-wise. Peninsula Mind. Yeah. Peninsula Mind. You guys watch Beef? Oh, so good. I want to go to Monterrey badly. Heard it's cool. Very industrial. Monterrey. Also, good chivo there. Like, goat-based food and stuff. I mean, that's kind of like stereotype. But, yeah. The Monterrey is pretty fun. I've only been there, like, twice. Philly? Okay. Okay, so there's more. Seattle, San Francisco, Austin, Miami, Phoenix. Okay. Yeah. And... But I guess it's because the US is so big, you know? I like... Go to these places and... I think, yeah, outside of, like, LA, New York, Chicago... And even San Francisco gives me a small city vibe. Austin and Dallas definitely give you a big city vibe just because it's Texas. But like Seattle, Miami, don't give me that big city vibe. Phoenix is just really spread out because Arizona. You drive so much to go around Phoenix. Small city vibes, or like small city vibe, yeah. Small city. Not suburban. Suburban's a bit different, yeah. I think at the point where it gets suburban, like, kind of like, you know, like when you drive around and like the malls and the residences around that, like the vibe changes between what you would call small city and what you would call like suburban. Jacksonville? I haven't been. I don't know much about it. You mean Jacksonville, Florida, right? I don't know much about it. But I mean, yeah, I mean, a lot of places in the US are growing, quickly growing. I mean, a lot of people are moving into the cities. That's for sure. I mean, it happens in so many countries, right? It probably has happened more slowly in the US just because it's such a big country. But in a lot of places, there's these gigantic metropolitan areas, right? And everybody flocks there, whether it's for jobs, career, like other things, right? I would say at least in the US that hasn't been as pronounced, but I would say that in the past, like, yeah, the past decade or two, like, I think that kind of growth has been, like, speeding up, rather. Are you bad, man? Yeah, that was New York for the longest time. Yeah. New York would have been the hot spot to mention for a very long time. Like, you think big city and you're like, oh yeah, New York. Right? Eventually, as countries get more uniform industrialized, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, a lot of other places in the world is because the big cities were the ones that got industrialized very quickly versus everywhere else, and the disparity was just too big. So if you're looking for any technical jobs or anything like that, like, you might want to seek out something in the city. Like if you want to attend university, that's a big one, right? A lot of people will move into the big cities to attend university if they like get to that level of education, which is not often the case accessible to everybody, right? Not everyone has access to education in a lot of countries. Past grad school? No. Even college level. I mean, in the US, higher education is a given, right? A lot of people go to college, right? But in a lot of other countries, people's the average education level is like between 6th grade and like middle school. But oh, do you have plans to move out of the city? Oh, my bad. Didn't read your question, Sean. I think eventually, if my job or career takes me out of New York City, then yeah, I have willingness to move out. Oh, that's it. I mean, there would have to be some kind of life event leading to it. Otherwise, I don't specifically have plans to leave the city right now. I mean, mostly because like my life and the life of people I know, you know, is centered around New York City at the moment. So no, I don't currently have plans to move out. In the future, yeah. Like, you know, job related or otherwise. Romance will get him to move. Funnily enough, my partner is actually pretty much planted in New York City, so I actually cannot move outside of New York City because of my partner. just to mention. So it would have to involve 2 people. So yeah. That is convenient, yes and no, I guess. It depends on what you want. I personally love New York City, so I don't mind it. But in the case that we, you know, one of us or both people have a change of heart, then yeah, you would have to consider it. Jakarta was that, but it's starting to spread out now. Makes sense, though. That makes sense, though. Like, in a lot of countries, it makes sense. Industrialized cities made people flock to them. Like, they were a hotbed for a lot of jobs, a lot of things to grow. And then as, yeah, countries become like more industrialized, things develop a little bit more, it evens out, and like, you know, smaller towns become smaller cities, and like things kind of spread a little bit more evenly. You know, it's a resource thing too. May I ask what you graduated in? So far I have a master's. I'm in engineering, so I guess technically I double majored in physics and electrical engineering, and I have a master's in bioengineering. And I'm currently doing like my PhD, so yeah. Juan, what's up, Juan? 32 months, thank you. You heard enough of me talking about Sugar Noonan and decided to. Jeez, no, that's not true. Okay, stabs are on, so let's try to get to these switches. Diego, what's up with you, brother? Not much. Busy moving soon. I'm moving apartments, so that's the biggest news, I guess. Just getting ready for that. Packing, finishing up deadlines for things, and yeah, that kind of stuff. Other than that, not very excited for the summer. I don't like the summer. It's hot, it's humid, it's icky, it's a city, it doesn't smell great. You know, just city things, you know. But other than that, like, I'm doing fine. I'm healthy. Haven't caught COVID recently. Oh god, knock on wood. I know that Patty got sick recently too, and so that sucks. Yeah, so haven't been sick or anything. That's just been nice. Just enjoying, I guess. Hanging in there. I have to admit, like, work's been really slow for me. Unfortunately, being in grad school and then realizing that you're not good at writing is kind of terrible, because it really slows down a lot of things. yeah, things like that. Like I would like to focus more on the things I need to do, and I think my progress on that has been pretty slow. So yeah, that's all. New setup, the temporary setup I might have is going to be probably more jank, to be honest, but we'll see. I actually don't know what the new setup will be like, if I do have a new setup in the first place. We'll have to see. Moving? Bigger apartment? No, smaller apartment technically. Because I currently live with roommates. So I live in a much bigger apartment. I also live further away from a lot of the central things in the city, which also means I can get a bigger place with better space and layouts for a lot cheaper. Whereas I'm planning on moving to a place that basically costs the same as here, but has 2 fewer rooms. Or 3 fewer rooms almost. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of working around space and restrictions on that. Bro, it's East Coast summer? Yeah, I hate the East Coast summer. I've been to the East Coast for the entire time I've been in the US. I don't love it. I don't love it. Period. That's never gonna change. I mean, but at least it's just once a year, and I live through it, and then it's over. I stay indoors for as long as I can. Are you living by yourself in a new apartment? I mean, so I currently live with roommates, but we're all moving out. We're all going to different places. Like, one of them's moving with their partner, one of them's moving on their own. Like, I'm moving with my partner as well. So yeah, I'm moving around too. Mama hoo hoo, hello. In the new apartment, no. In the new apartment, my roommates will be my girlfriend and a cat. And JD too? Yes, I mean JD is given. Like, JD is coming with me, so JD and I are moving in. But what sucks is I'm gonna be moving twice. So I'm basically right now I'm moving temporarily until my partner leases up, and then we're basically going to be looking. So it's gonna suck because we're looking at the peak time of the year, which is the summer, June, July, August, right? It's a peak time to look. Means a lot's on the market, but at the same time, things are more expensive in the market. Everyone's competing for them. So tough luck, but yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with it and suck it up and do it. So yeah, gotta beat all the college students. Yeah, college, grad school, working people who come in during the summer. Yeah. JD Tiger needs 1 hectare at least. God, I wish I had a hectare of land, or at least of usable real estate. Yeah. I love how the orange cat jumped to check out what you were doing. Oh, last time? Yeah, that was Kiwi. He was visiting briefly. And yeah, I guess you'll get to see him more, most likely, if I start streaming after I move. Which, actually, I mean, we'll see how the streaming thing goes. Actually, I haven't really planned it out fully. Like, I need to figure out the spacing and lighting and that kind of situation, because the light I have is pretty big. I might have to make it more compact in size, like figure out like different lighting setups. So gonna have to just figure out that situation once I move. But I think for now I don't want to stress too much about it, so I haven't really thought too much about it. I'm just gonna make do with what I have and go from there. Is there anything interesting keywords? I mean, same old, I guess. I mean, there's always new keywords coming out like every other week. So unless you're interested in getting a keyword, like, I guess same old, same old. Want to trade class, want to trade for hectares of land. Thank you for your support with improving the economy. I was talking to someone, they said they don't even lube their switches anymore. Yeah, there is a bit of that. Yeah, there have been more like factory lube switches with pretty decent consistency, I would say. Right? I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I would say so, right? I think there's been pretty good, like, stock switches are pretty good out of the box. I mean, including these Oil Kings, I think I know people who just use them stock too. So, yeah. It all depends. Also depends what your tolerance for it is. Some people just can't do it, and they're like, I gotta lube my own switches, so they lube their own switches. Dry MX Blacks only? I mean, hey, ask Juan. He used MX Browns also just stock, pretty sure, for a bit. And then I think he ended up desoldering them. Or I don't know, maybe he still has them soldered on the doll? I don't know. Don't remember. Well, it comes back to dry cherry. Good old cherry, eh? Good old cherry. Just want to take these lubed MX Blacks and just put them in another keyboard? Why don't you do it? It's not too difficult, is it? I ended up lubing those? Oh, okay, fair. Stock in my OC though? Oh, okay, cool. Doesn't sound too bad. I think just a teeny bit of lube on the right side tip area here. Okay, that's better. Don't have main keyboards anymore. Only have Whale 75 and Series 60. Miss my frog. I mean, not main keyboard sounds like a good thing to me. You don't need more than 2 or 1 even, but yeah. You can't tell me that because I obviously buy it for collecting and other reasons. Sounds alright. Lion Friend CKL and Brown coming. Nice. Nice. That was a nice color. I also really like the the blue one. That one looked good too. I think Frank took pictures of that one too. You know, Mushiki. Okay, sounds good. Loki, don't know how I'm gonna take my keyboards to college? What do you mean? So easy. Just get some keyboard bags, put them in the bag, take them with you. Or ask your parents or whomever to just ship them to you in those bags. Put them in the box, ship them. But like store them? Yeah, just get some keyboard bags. Those things you can throw on the floor and nothing will happen to them. Put them under your bed if you need to store them in the room. I mean, there are many solutions to this problem. I don't think it's that hard. Put them in your roommate's bed. He won't know. I have a huge ass stack of carrying case under my dorm bed right now. Yeah, I mean, if I had started in college, like the hobby, I would have been in the same situation. I instead had other things under my bed, like books mostly, but yeah, like in college I wasn't rich enough to be in the hobby. But if I were in the hobby like Ankit is, like during my college years, I would absolutely have like, yeah, just a stack of those keyboard bags under my bed. I wish I was under Ankit's bed. Hey, yo. Finally out of high school. Diego, I'm typing on a 65 right now? Wait, what are you... Why are you typing on a 65? You don't even use 65s. Whose 65 is this? You borrowing? You're borrowing a 65? That's surprising that you're typing on a 65. Let's just test 2 different space bars just in case. Okay, cool. I think it's all good. Alright, I'm not soldering today. Nice. So I just need to put switches in. That's sick. Valhalla? He bought used for 2 seconds, listen. Oh man, Ankit. Is this true? Ankit? You actually get a Valhalla and you use it for 2 seconds and you're going to list it on Mech Market? Isn't that basically what happened with your Amano? Maybe? It's okay. I mean, I'm glad that you have the patience to do it. I don't have the Okay. I personally can't do it. I'm not the type of person who buys something, used or new or whatever, and wants to return it like 2 days later. Just to try out. Like, you know the people who like buy from Amazon or whatever, and you know the return policy is pretty lenient, right? And they'll just return it like in 2 days or whatever because they just want to try it out. I'm just like, I'm too fucking lazy for that shit. Like, to have to take the package, open it up, try it out, and then put it back in the package, pack it all back up, and then send it back out, you know? Drop it off at UPS or whatever it is. So much work. Is more usable than Yamano. I like the bottom row better. Oh, I see. Did LOL stacks ever show up? No, don't think so. I don't think I've seen him on this stream before. I think I've seen K3Z before around, but I don't think I've seen LOLs. Ankit loves fulfillment. Reminds him of that. Oh no. Yeah, the constant packing and unpacking thing, man. Can't do it. I already do it enough with other people's keyboards that I built, right? And so doing any more of that for me is just like, okay, that's good enough. Bro, most of the key streamers I used to watch are gone. Rip Max F. I mean, life. I, unlike them, I'm like, you know, I'm not married and I don't have a family that I need to take care of right now. So that's probably a big reason why. Life happens and people got shit to do. There's one other guy I'm blanking on. Is this Teja Types by any chance? That you're blanking on? No more big money in the hobby? Teja Type stopped streaming? No, he streams. He streams more recently, actually. Although he also plays records on his stream, which is kind of cool. This isn't Teja Types? Sorry to disappoint. You have been bamboozled. Really mad. Back to Succession. Have fun with build. Okay. Have fun. Bro, I forgot what his name was. Should I just name people? There's Frank Inamushiki, there's Tim Keelis, there's CJ Bruin, there's Starfire Penguin, there's Yura, there's Patty, there is Top Clack? Bro. How long ago is this? I haven't seen a Top Clack stream in years. Okay, I mean, actually that's fair because I remember you were active in their server too. So I mean, I think that's where like that might be part of where we met too. So I guess that makes sense. Pudsey did stream for like a little bit during the pandemic, right? It was like, it was pretty short, but he did stream for a little bit. Feels like geek hack reviews and shit. Top Clack dying makes me so sad. I mean, it kind of just, yeah, I mean Top Clack's format changed several times. So that's part of why. And then obviously, I mean, you know, Jay Prototypist, right? He also, you know, was a he's become a vendor for the UK, right? Jay Prototypist. So you know how I know this isn't Teha Types? Christian has been a special guest here. Oh man. Brian's a cool dude. Oh yeah, Brian's pretty cool. Brian's pretty chill. Alex Otos? Yeah, of course Alex is around. Alex is, I would say, I mean, Alex is definitely, no one can argue this, but Alex is definitely currently the biggest keyboard streamer. Like, he streams like, what, 4 or 5 times a week? He writes reviews. He makes like, he also publishes like 3-4 videos a week. He does content for novel keys. I mean, he's full-time too, right? So, he does a lot of things. Mr. Alex. Honestly, huge props. It's so much work. Alex Otos Industries, pretty much. My boy Nathan Alpha Man. Well, haven't heard the name in a bit. Man of Interest, yeah. Huey? Yeah, I mean, last I saw Huey was when I went to that San Jose meetup last summer. Because Tiny and Huey were like organizing that and had me invited, so I went and saw Huey then. Haven't really seen much Huey in the community. I mean, he's just been kind of busy with life too, like work and otherwise, and I'm sure his interest in the hobby has also kind of, you know, dwindled quite a bit. Because he was selling a bunch of stuff then too. Like, he was selling like a bunch of keyboards, a bunch of key sets and whatnot last year. So yeah. I mean, Huey still cares about the community and stuff. TT is now a music streaming service with a side of keyboards. Honestly though, the whole record playing thing is pretty dank. I think it's great. I enjoy opening up Nathan's channel and listening to music. It's actually really nice. So this PCB is mil-maxed? Yeah, this is mil-maxed, which is why I'm just inserting switches like this. I mean, why don't you should go to a California meetup. Why don't you go to the Keep Life one, Christian? It's gonna be on Labor Day this year. Like, so that's like the first weekend of September. It's like September 3rd or September 4th, something like that. I'm considering it. Yeah, just do it. Record spinning fun? Yeah. Yeah, music discovery is lit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely a lot of music I'm not personally super acquainted with. That said, I just listen to GAM radio, and that's also a lot of music discovery right there. GAM radio. Do you guys know of GAM radio? Mr. Chillgam here runs GAM radio. Curated music for your ears. Camera is actually going under reconstruction. That's fair. Just a little revamp, a little reboot. Award-winning radio station GAM radio. Yeah, has the JD Award of Excellence of great musical taste and discovery things. Is this keyboard lit? That's what I hear. That's what the people say. Tight socket. God, it's so lit, but not so lit like Chico himself. It'll be more user-friendly so you can pull up whatever playlist and listen? Oh, that's nice. So are you just gonna have like a set of curated playlists, Gam? That's kind of nice. I mean, your own personal playlists are fine too. If you just wanted to have people listen to them. I mean, unless you feel shy about it, I don't know. Pen. Probably might just easier to just use a fresh switch. There we go. Boom, that's it. So easy. So easy. Keep a few spare switches just in case. Alright, so the question here now is, how do we want to mount our build? There's two ways to mount the build, from my knowledge, and one is to use this X ring, which is basically an O-ring that has a X-shaped cross-section instead of O-shaped, and then the other way is to do a top mount, which is something that a lot of people do like as well, but I don't mind either way. I actually need to also, I don't know, is maybe Timmy is still here, but I also actually need to know how to do it best for the X-ring, because I don't remember. There's like an orientation for it. Let's open up the case for now. Actually, no. Let me first test the PCB really quick. Show X-ring, please. I'll show it in just a minute. Give me like 1 minute here. Ooh, bright. Missing down arrow switch. Oh, thank you. You are correct. I am missing a down arrow switch. It's right under my nose. Okay, there shows up the infinity. There it is. Nice. Okay, everything's working. Fantabulous. Also missing an F13 switch, as it should be. You just gotta make sure it doesn't twist. Okay, so it just, as long as it goes evenly around the perimeter of the assembly, it's fine, right? Oh yes, I also need to turn off the RGB. Thanks for the reminder. That is actually a pretty good reminder. I say that because the other day, I was sent a board, like to build, right? And the inside of the case had the LED burn-in, and obviously it's a case that is like solid, so it's like you can't see the RGB anyway. So, and obviously the PCB does have RGB LEDs for like other boards. So obviously you need to remember to turn off your RGB LEDs underneath, otherwise you can bleach your anodizing on the inside. Which happens, and it happens pretty quickly, for what it's worth, if the LEDs are bright and they get hot, and there's some UV content in the light too, so just the nature of LEDs. So you definitely want to you definitely want to consider turning off those LEDs if you're using your PCB. Bleach my tofu before? Yeah, I mean, I certainly had a few boards like that before. Pretty sure that I do have a few boards that probably have the bleached anode on the inside. not a rare occurrence. GAM Radius official debut will be announced soon. Oh, very pog. I'll be excited to know. You can ping me on the music channel when that's up. Although as it is, I already listened to your playlist anyway, but yeah. Alright, so sure, X-ring, right? So this is the X-ring over here. So the X-ring looks like this. Oop. Basically, it has a plus signed cross-section. And this just goes around the plate and PCB assembly. I'm assuming it just needs to be, yeah, it just needs to be oriented properly, where you don't have it kind of like twist. So I'm gonna do it so that maybe one of these, is it the X part that needs to be, is it the pointy part that needs to face in, or is it the flat part that needs to face in? I don't think it, does it matter as long as it's even? I'm actually not sure about that part. So let's first wedge it in here with the USB port, which is the only part that needs to be like properly placed. Is it thicker than O-ring? No, I would say thickness wise it's about the same. I wouldn't say it's that much different. Okay, so just gotta make sure it goes around evenly, like so that the X-ring's orientation isn't changing as it goes around the perimeter of the board. So just as long as it preserves the same facings, the side that faces the PCB, should be okay. A decent amount of stretch here. Okay. And looks like we're good. Okay, perfect. Very nice. Okay, so X-ring is on. I can now undo the case screws and go ahead and put this together. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the bump-ons first. They're already here. Oh, have a good night, Gam. Go cook lunch for tomorrow. Sounds good. Yeah, hear background noise. That's just the outside. I left the window slightly open, so you'll hear a little bit more of it. Alright, so this uses hex M2.5. Okay. So it's a pretty standard two-piece case here. Just gonna put this aside just briefly and undo these screws as well that are holding the plate, bolting the plate to the top. But as you can see, it uses the JNB2C style of mounting. So if you've seen it before, nothing too different from that. This one's an aluminum plate here today, but we're currently building with a half FR4. Okay. Just carefully put the plate aside for now. All right, and there's our top piece. Just pretty simple though. It has top mount, some alignment pins as well, and then there's our little steel insert. As you can see, it's just bolted down by 2 little screws. So we're gonna be doing this in X-ring mount, or basically like O-ring mount, which just involves just getting this piece over here. I'm gonna just take off these screws. Actually, where are the screws that I just had? I'm gonna move these into the bag. Move into a separate bag so I don't confuse them. I'll put the case screws aside. All right, so here we have our bottom piece, which has our pillars here for our ring to sit on top, and then we have our assembly. Oh yes, I do believe there is a new hex file for this, which I need to double check. So I'm just gonna go ahead and actually flash it. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna save my layout first. And then I'm gonna flash it and save it. And then reload the layout. So save our layout here. Okay. Then I believe there is a new file. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, there it is. Okay. Hex file, and how do I, how did I download this again? Okay, the hex file. Go to. Let's just save it to this directory. Okay, cool. All right. Hold escape to get into bootloader mode. Open up our GMK toolbox. Hello, Mr. DR. How you doing? That's not it. Wait, what's going on? What's going on with my thingy here? Exit. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. My GMK toolbox is misbehaving. What's that about? Disconnect some devices here. Oh, okay. Maybe that was it. Oh, makes sense. Okay, I see. That's probably why. I see. Because the EC PCBs behave slightly differently, huh? Alright, do that, and then open up my new McLovin Infinity 88 hex file, flash it. Alright, great. That's flashed. Open up V again, and actually just reset, so unplug. Replug, and then don't see it. Is that the wrong? Oh, must have not. Give me a sec. Oh, whoops. That's why. Right click, save link. Yeah, my bad. I accidentally didn't download the correct format, so I'm just gonna reflash that now. So open, flash, and that's done. And now it should show up on VIA again. So it shows up right here. Go to load, save layout, and then just upload my old layout that I just had. Infinity 88. Okay. Okay, great. Then go to layouts. My options gonna be 7U, and then I also want to make sure my lighting's all the way off. So off, backlight off for everything. All right, great. Actually, backlight I'll keep it slightly on, just in case there's LED installation sometime later. And then that's it. All right. So all done. Hey Diego, you wouldn't mind hand soldering 84 SMD diodes? Dude, how much is PCBA? Can't they just do it? Why should I do it? So much work. Would I mind? I mean, I'll preferably not want to do it. Are you gonna send me the reel of diodes too? I don't want to do it. I don't know about you, but I don't want to do it. It's a lot of work. Hello, Gioran. Hello. Oh, how's it going? Can't you design your PCB better? No, he's being a cheapskate. He just doesn't want to pay for PCB assembly. That's what it is. It's not about design. It's about him being cheap about it. All right, there it is. I could use some common cathode diodes, which would have the amount of diodes needed to solder, but I don't like how they... I don't know, man. Do whatever you want to do, I guess. But better be cheap as fuck if I'm gonna have to do it myself. SMD solder is so annoying, dude. You know this. I'm out again? Yeah, dude, it's such a deal breaker. I'll do it myself? Oh, dude, Christian, we're gonna get these PCBs in like 2 years. Cause man's gotta apply lacquer thinner to his SMD joints. So it's gonna take like 2 years, bro. At least they'll be clean. I mean, you know, it's gonna look spectacular, dude. It's gonna look clean as fuck. But it's just gonna take like 2 years. PCB order, 2 years. I mean, ships in a month, ships in 2 months, let's say, and then like to Drua, and then Drua gets a PCB on hand, and then yeah, it'll be like 2 years till we get it. Cause that's just how it's gonna be. Dustless, no flux anywhere. Yeah, that's right. That's right. As soon as I open, it'll be ruined because it'll just get dust from like my room. Or like at the point I get it, it'll be like Kiwi's cat hair or some shit like that. Bro, wait until custom takes a knife to them. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Jack, no. What's up? Hello. All right, so that's it. There it is. Did I install this right? This is right? It's pretty stiff. It's a pretty stiff ring because it doesn't stretch nearly as much. Like, so it means, yeah, it's like tighter diameter, and yeah. All right, let's try this out. I believe Codabra actually redeemed for Dolch R5. Cool, so we can do that. I don't mind. So I guess I'll go and get Dolch R5. Speaking of customs and knives, I ordered some nice coffee and they knifed both bags. Oh, speaking of coffee and a bad day with coffee, I like you know, I was making coffee today, so I have an AeroPress, and I was making coffee, and you know, like I normally do the regular. So sometimes I do the inverted method, and sometimes I do the regular. I was doing the regular one. I put my filter, and I put my coffee grounds in, right? Didn't have to adjust the grind or anything like that because it was fine the day before. And you know, I poured my water in, and this shit drained so fast, right? Anyway, shit drained so fast. I was like really pissed, you know, because I was gonna put the plunger and it was gonna be fine, but yeah, it was just draining really fast. I guess the seal wasn't good or something. I don't know. What the fuck happened, right? I was like, fine. So I grind some beans again. You know, put it in, and this time it's all fine. You know, I put the plunger in, it's nice and perfect, right? It doesn't drip anymore because there's a little bit of vacuum there, so you know it allow it to brew, right? So I'm ready to start plunging, like after like 2 minutes. Whoop! Spilled all my coffee. Ugh! It slipped. So I spilled everything. Fortunately, I didn't get on my clothes, but it just like spilled, you know. I was like, morning couldn't be worse, right? And then I actually had to run to a meeting, so I was like, okay, go to my meeting. I'll get coffee later. It's just a bad morning. It's just a bad morning. It's in my head. Third time, it was fine. But man, I wasted like 28 grams of coffee, right? So pissed. Anyway. Alright. Let's go get Dolch R5. I'll be right back. Cancel meeting, personal day. I know, right? Just like I couldn't have my morning coffee. Day's not right. It's a bad day today. But no, I don't know. I don't know. I just do be like that, you know? Alright. Anyway, I hope your coffee resolution was good, Macha Matsu. Black and white replace the coffee for free? Okay, that's good. So they're sending you some bags. Okay, that's good. Okay, BRB. Gonna go get the R5 set, which I think I have just right there, so yeah, BRB. Alright, great. I have the set right here. Perfect. Just gonna transfer it over from this other board. Grab a keycap puller. Alright, I'm just taking them off by hand because it's actually easier. They just come right off. Anyway. Temptation, hello, how's it going? Watching your HKB stream made me really interested in Topper, and I guess I'm about to be $200 poorer now. Oh, really? Well, that's exciting. I hope you like it, at least. Oh, sorry about the lack of focus here. I hope you like it, at least. I would say it... I mean, do you type on 60% at all, Jack, now? Because, you know, there's a bit of layout adjustment to do, right? Obviously, I think that's the first part that people will be most turned off by, I would argue, more so than the feeling of Topper itself. And then followed by that, I would say, yeah, it just kind of varies with people. So I mean, hopefully you like Topper though. 60% in my jam. I tried Topher to confirm if I like it at a recent meetup. Oh, okay. So you're actually already checked, made sure that it's up your alley. So you're about to spend $200, and you're probably gonna be fine with spending it because you know you like it, or you know you'll probably enjoy it somehow. So at least it's not as unjustified. You're not going in blind, right? I mean, if you go to meet up and confirm it, honestly, it's so much easier. So much easier. Anyway, Temptation, I've been alright. Busy, but doing okay, you know, just the usual. I'm also getting ready for a move, which is gonna be painful, but slow planning on that, but it's happening. Have you thawed today yet, Mr. Diego? I did yesterday. I switched over to my real force. And I switched back to 60 because I needed some more desk space. But I did thaw yesterday on Tuesday, as it was Toper Tuesday, so I felt it appropriate to switch over. I actually try to switch over on Tuesdays, at least. I do use Toper at work often, but yeah. Sock and Toper Tuesday. Yup. Sock and Toper. Really? I thawed this morning after I brushed my teeth. I'm not sure what that means. It might mean you maybe what? Do you have a poop or something? Honestly, my Toper stats were fine stock. Yeah, so Pro 3s, like the current HHKB Pro Classic, and I would say like the current Real Force 2 probably is pretty good stock. I think the current iteration of Toper boards comes in pretty nice, completely stock. I personally really liked my HKB, my Pro 3 hybrid like stock stabs. So yeah. Silence R2 TKL, I see. I heard that Toper stabs are a pain. How do you make your sound so pleasant? I mean, you open it up and you lube it. Yeah, I mean that's the way to go about it. If they sound unpleasant and you gotta open it up, then you gotta open it up, and you gotta take them apart. You can look at my HKB modding stream guide or whatever, and you take apart the little inserts and you like lube the wire. I lube them with 205 personally. Some people decide to use other things, but I use 205 for lubing the wires and such, and you lube them. Yeah, Pro 2 stock stabs, like pretty much anything before the current iteration of Toper, like so Pro 2, HK Pro 2, Pro 1, old Real Force, like R1 Real Force, and so on, really bad. Like the stabs are not usable. Like they're not good. I mean, they're just very rattly, just very unpleasant. So yeah, I can imagine that someone who uses stock like of those boards and didn't like it, I get it, because it does kind of sound like shit. Like it ruins the entire experience, So I get it. Bad stabs and just do that. Kind of like drinking orange juice after brushing teeth. Yeah, no. Stock stabs on like a lot of like older gen boards is pretty bad. Pretty bad. Like it's so unbearable you definitely want to open it up. That's just how bad it is, I would say. bad enough that you should consider just like you would immediately consider just modding them yourself, so it sounds better. Am I the only one that likes the feeling of brushing my teeth and then immediately drinking ice cold water? I wouldn't mind that personally. No. That said, I already like I normally use like cold water in general, so it's like yeah, yeah, I don't mind that. That said, I don't drink as much ice cold water these days, but yeah, I don't mind it. It's not that big of a deal. Diego, would you recommend Type S over the standard one? It depends. First of all, I would say a lot of the Type S. Oh, so at least if you're purchasing new, the Type S is going to be the hybrid, which is the one with the Bluetooth. So you would prioritize both the Bluetooth and the silencing. That said, silencing classic isn't that hard to do. It's tedious, but it isn't that hard. You just do have to open it up and put these rings on each slider. So it's work, but it doesn't take too long. If you prioritize the silence Topre thing, then I mean, yeah, go for the Type S. That said, it's not essential. Like, there's a lot of people who use non-silenced Topre and they like it. So it kind of depends on what your priority is with respect to what sound you want to achieve with the board. I heard that the rings damage the domes. Is that true? I've had my HHKBs for a very long amount of time, and I would say no damage has really happened. Maybe it has to do with how you store them and such, like the boards themselves as well. So I'm not sure how like where the facts and the supporting info behind that statement is. So I can't personally attest to it. I can't tell you. Is it true that older Topper is better? Kind of, actually. So as the allegedly, right? The idea is that the older Topper domes feel snappier, probably because they're like a little bit more hardened over time. So they feel a little bit more resistant. So they feel a little bit snappier, like a little bit more tactile, despite like a pretty similar bottom out weight. That said, it is very dependent on storage conditions, because, for example, if you continuously keep a dome pressed and leave it like that stored in for a long time, let's say you put your keyboard in a box and the top row got compressed by the box, like a piece of cardboard in there or a cable or something, and you open it up later, maybe like, I don't know, months later or something like that, you're going to notice that the tactility is completely gone. So storage conditions for the boards actually matters. If you're putting your Topper board somewhere where the keys are gonna be compressed, bad idea. Really bad idea. You're gonna kill the action of the domes, the resistance of the domes, because they're just gonna conform to that like flattened shape, and they're gonna lose the resistance to like shape back into form. Yeah, that happens to a lot of older boards. Like, you might buy like your used Pro 1, Pro 2, whatever, from like, you know, from like Japan or like just eBay or like Mac Market or whatever, but if that person had it in a box and the box was compressing those domes, like those keys, those domes are going to be bad and you're going to have to replace them. You're still going to be able to type on them, but they're going to feel like 20 grand bottom out or less, or just straight up flat. Yeah. I've had my RF at the bottom of my box of boards for like 3 years. That's fine, as long as the keys aren't getting compressed. If the keys are getting compressed, probably bad. Like, if you have it in like one of those flat boxes, cats, and like it's pressing on the keys, then kind of GG. Yeah. All right, let's put some artisans on this. Let's see. I have a bunch of gray stuff here, so I'm gonna go with that. Maybe I'll go with gray-ish, and then kind of want to go with black on the sides. I'll do the Nirvana. Actually, no. Gray is fine. Gray is fine. I'm gonna do our little... This guy. Haven't put a tiny tiny cap for a while, so I'll do that. Ooh, and I like this blink, this shattered blink by Mr. Blood Caps. Need Dolch Prage? Yeah, Neej Dolch Prage. Alright, so that is it for that. Wait, why is the cable? Oh, there. There we go. And let's adjust our mic for typing and stuff. Put the typing screen up. And let's do that. Give me a sec here. That keyword looks kind of high, no? Risk of carpal tunnel? What keyword? This? This looks high too? This keyword looks high too? No, no way. It's not that bad. Also, if you have good posture, it won't cause carpal tunnel. So carpal tunnel is like a long-term thing. If you have bad posture for a very long time, then yeah, you'll get carpal tunnel syndrome. Because you're pinching your nerves. Especially if you do this, like on your wrist. Like if you type like this on the desk, that's bad. This is bad. Typing like this is bad. Like putting your wrist on the desk. Yep. All right. Cool. That looks good. Oops. Okay. Oh, I think you can probably hear the fan in the background. Turn that off for a sec. Oh, just in time! Mr. Ryan, hello. How's it going, dude? How are you? Just got out of work? Had dinner yet? Actually, maybe it's a little early for dinner. Just scarf down my dinner? Oh, man. Alright. I hope I did this X-ring thing right. I wasn't sure actually, Ryan, about the placement of the X-ring. Like which side is supposed to go in, like the pointy side or the flat side, right? Because it's like an X. I just did whatever, and as long as it was consistent around the perimeter, I thought it was fine. So hopefully it sounds good. So we'll see how it goes. Stock switches, yeah, stock. Right? It's making fun of me on Discord for my stock switches. Hey, that's all right. I mean, hey, at least it's mil-max, so you can try, and if you don't like it, then you'll replace it, and that's fine, right? It's all good. Okay, let's give this a shot. So here we have stock GAT Oil Kings on a half FR4 plate with X-ring mount on an NRD Kaze. Let's give it a shot. All right, here we go. Oh, 141. Damn, that was fast. Spacebars does sound a little scratchy. Yeah, I thought so too. It definitely needs a little bit of lube. Yeah, the switches definitely sound a little scratchy. I think it doesn't help, like maybe the springs also could use some lube, right? But for stock switches, it sounds pretty good, I would say. Like it's more acceptable than like a stock completely random switch that like doesn't have any factory lube. But I think Oil Kings are pretty decent stock. The alphas are a bit quiet. I would say that's probably the half FR4 doing its work there. Probably a bit on the. It's definitely a bit more muted, like compared to this alas, right? GAT switches on an aluminum plate, right? It's a decent bit quieter. Also a lot deeper sounding. So there's that. All right. So here are the mods. Oh, is that hitting the bottom of the case? Sounds like it, right? Did I do this right? Is the R shift crooked? Maybe just not be fully pressed. Yeah. I think from above it looks more crooked, but I think it's just the angle. It's just the pressing angle of this though. And now it's the other way. There we go. GMK caps. Things. Slight bow, I think, to them. Very slight. So I think it sounds pretty good stock though. It's not bad. We can try a top mount if you guys wanted to try a top mount. Or to hear it top mount rather. What caps? This is Dolch R5 with Hangul. Do you guys wanna see top mount? Alright, we can do that. So not the right screwdriver. Where did I just put it? Here. Never tried X-ring before. Only board I heard that use it is the Kaze. Yeah, I believe other people haven't used like other cross-section rings, but I also think did the IU also or people use that with it? I mean, you can use different style like rings on any board that supports them, like supports O-rings, right? The only thing would just be like buying the right diameter and whatnot and trying it out. It looks almost lavender here. Wait, this looks lavender to you right now? Hold on, chat. Is it me or this doesn't look lavender to you, right? It sure looks gray to me. Monitor skill issue? Are you sure? Okay. If the chat disagrees, then okay. I guess it is a monitor skill issue. Looks gray to me though. Looks purple. Okay. It's okay. I'm colorblind, right? I think I am mildly like red-brown colorblind, but don't think it's like too much. Like maybe like on a resistor, you know, like small resistors, like on those which have the colored bands, I can't really see like red and brown as well. But I think other than that, I'm fine for everything else. Yeah. Looks Mason gray to me. have some smaller screws for the top mount. Oops. This man's not about to ghost my redeem. I won't ghost your redeem, don't worry. I'll get to it. Let me just put this back together. Fortunately, I haven't yet packed that away because I'm like packing stuff right now. Anyway, hi Popcorn, how are you doing? I'm doing alright. If I redeem a Totoro, does that cancel out the first request? I mean, do you want to save Shrek is God's points? I mean, sure, if you want to waste your points, go ahead. I'm not gonna refunding. Well, I refund Shrek is God, but I won't refund you. I won't refund whoever the last person is there to do it. Okay, I think that's good. Doing okay? That's good. Oh, hello, drifting bunnies. How's it going? Bunch of known names here in the chat. It's good to see y'all. Alright. Top mount it is now. Alright, let's give this a shot, shall we? This time we got a little bit of top mount action. So let's put the little typing thingy back. And I won't ignore Shrek is God's request. So I'll be right back. Hello, I am back. Hey yo, Mr. Space Cables, hello. How are you? How goes it? All right, let's give this a try. So now we got our board set in top mount configuration. So let's give it a shot. All right. So let's see here. Okay, there's our thingy. Good thing is it's kind of chillier today. It's actually not as hot in the room. Thank goodness. All right, let's give it a shot. Your neighbor Diego wrote typing. All right, let's stop the music. All right, here we go. Now, Kaze built with stock Gateron Oil Kings on a half FR4 plate, and built with just with GMK Dolch and some and top mount for the configuration. Here you go. Nice. This sounds like a slightly nicer keyboard. I do think it does sound less muted than the X-Ring, that's for sure. Does make me wonder if I mounted the X-Ring correctly. Just like wondering if it actually sat on the pillars properly, but not exactly sure. Might give it a try again later. Experiment a little bit with it. But so here are the mods. So there it is. There's top mount. I think top mount sounds nice. I think X-Ring, maybe I need to play around with it a little bit more. But it also sounded fine. Except it was definitely a little bit more muted. Also, I do think that different switches will sound differently on this board too. And also this is half FR4, so maybe half FR4 doesn't go too well with the whole idea of doing the X-Ring. So maybe like a full alu with X-Ring might sound really good. Which is an option that the owner of this board does have, because there is a full aluminum plate and a second PCB around that they can use. So that's that. All right, so let's show you guys the board here. Focus. Focusing is hard. way. Also, it's like spazzing a little. Oh man, okay, come on. Come on now. There we go. Alright, so there's our board here. In a nice gunmetal gray with GMK Dolch R5. There's our side profile. Maybe I can just switch my cam here. There it is. You do see the reflection of the PCB under there. It's gray solder mask. And it has that nice polished NRD logo, which looks really nice. I do think polish is the move for that particular badge. And then there's our side profile. Pretty classic. Basically koala side profile inspired. And then here's the back. Has USB-C port on the nav cluster. Diego, rerun Dolch please so I can afford the Hangul kit. Oh, I'm sorry. As it is, there's a set I want to run, but I can't run yet, because we're waiting for GMKQ to sort of thin out a little bit more, and then see if there is going to be interest in the board and the set that I want to run. But it won't be Dolch. It will not be Dolch. People know already it's going to be Blue Alert. I'm planning on running Blue Alert. With the blue stripe and everything, kind of similar to the way GMK Red Alert ran, but I want to run Blue Alert with R5 bottom row, text plus icon mods, blue stripe, and it'll still have the Win95 win keys, by the way, so if you don't like them, suck it up. That's not going to change probably. 40s kit, debatable, don't think they'll have it. Space keys and base, I'm not sure. Debatable, also not sure. But yeah, kidding, like I'm like wishy-washy a little bit about it. I will gather some interest to see how that goes, but that's something I'm looking forward to running, and we're still waiting for things to kind of progress down the queue a little bit on GMK side, so that vendors also don't feel so like, you know, kind of like feeling like they're precociously kind of going into, you know, doing another GMK group buy when sales aren't assured and like the queue is kind of pretty long. So yeah, it's going to be Blue Alert. Hangul kit for Blue Alert, doubtful. As it is, like, so the problem with that would be that there would be 4 kits required, and that's a lot of like 3 child kits on the base, right? So it would be base, there would be like some kind of extension kit for like many alternative things, and then there's the blue stripe, kind of similar to Red Alert, and then you would have something like extra, like, you know, you would consider 40s, you would consider like an extra sub legend kit or whatever. I think it's too much. So it's very likely that we would have to scrap any kind of sub legend idea in favor of doing the stripe, because I mean, because we want to do this stripe for sure, right? Does R5 bottom row sound different from R4? A little bit, yeah. I mean, there is a different profile, so yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so here's the bottom of our Kaze today. Nice brass weight, sandblasted, very clean. What I do like about the Kaze's weight is how the weight is slightly inset. It's not flush with the board. It is slightly inset, so it doesn't touch your bottom surface, even with if you don't have bump-ons. I actually do like that. I like how it looks, and I also just like how it sets it on a different vertical level from the rest of the board. So yeah, that's something I do like about the Kaze here. Just like a design choice there. Yeah, like there's a lot of good things about it, at least. Like, for example, something to show about the bag earlier that I didn't really show was I really like the bag. The bag has this side pocket for like PCBs and other accessories, right? So that part is nice. It has dividing flap, always a nice little add-on thing, right? And then this is perfectly molded to fit the Kaze. So it's shaped for it. So you just whoop, Whoop, you're done. No need to have microfiber cloth because this itself is basically like microfiber. So nice and smooth. So that's something I do like about the bag, like something that I know that not everybody can do because molding, like, you know, this stuff, like obviously it's another expense, and like you basically are custom doing it for different keyboards, and you know, it's a logistical thing. But it's like little nice touches that I think they added to the keyboard bag that was pretty nice. But yeah, like proportions of the board pretty nice. I mean, it's basically like a, you could think of the Kaze to be like a koala, but with the O-ring capability, X-ring O-ring capability, with this F13 layout, kind of like a KFE rather. But then it doesn't have the even bezels, right? Like that's something that's characteristic of the KFE and the koala, is that it does have even bezels surrounding and like around the entire board. This one doesn't. Yeah, no, the proportions are very good. The logo looks pretty nice where the F13 is. I personally like it. And I do think like little details like this are pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, well, like I would say, like koala side profile kind of overdone. Like it's been done a lot of times. Like, yeah, it's something that people really want, like really like, and it's definitely something that quote unquote has inspired so many different boards. Yeah, I would say like in 2023, if you do it, like it's a bit overplayed. Yeah. There's a time it was kind of popular because the KFE was kind of a pretty bold statement to do the KFE in the first place, which was basically like the koala but F13, with some weights, I guess. But yeah. When will Diego design a board? Probably never, but who knows? Maybe if I get into CAD. I don't know how to CAD, so I can't do it. Sounds nice though. It's a very nice sounding board. Especially I like the top mount right now. Yeah. A lot of people work with somebody that knows how to CAD. I mean, I should learn how to CAD, yeah. And also, yes, I mean, if you're talking about like I could work with somebody who knows how to CAD, I could do that too. Yeah, I could ask somebody else to do it for me. Upon my request, obviously basically like commissioning somebody to do it. I can do it, but there's nothing within, I don't have like a solidified vision of something that I want for myself, made by me, designed by me, or like concocted by me, and even if this is like a partner in crime kind of thing. Yeah, I don't think there is anything specific that I want. But I would want to learn myself in a way. That would be kind of cool. But it is a bit of a learning curve too, so I get it. Yeah, perfect bag. I do like the bag a lot. I think pretty much with the exception of the molded bottom, I would buy keyboard bags like the Kaze bag, but just without the molded portion. Like instead of molded, it's just generic TKL space. That would be kind of cool. I would buy, like, I mean, also it depends on price. If the price is kind of high, then debatable. But yeah, if it's competitive, then I would probably do it. WS2 black on white set again when GMK Bleach runs again. GMK Bleach runs again, this is gonna turn out again like Bleach, like where like the Bleach set is gonna turn yellow, right? Didn't that happen with a bunch of people's sets with GMK Bleached? I got Kuroshiro. Speaking of sets that were run like in EPVT, yeah, I got Kuroshiro, which is pretty nice too. Use it for a bit on my white Leaf, I think, 80. Yeah. If I'm not wrong, the Frog Decal bag was similar. Yes, the Geonworks bags are similar. They have a flap. I'm not sure if they. I think the side pocket is the first time I see it. Yeah, they have like a pocket. They have a flap dividing the pocket side and the keyboard side, and then they probably have like the Velcro straps or something like that, right? Hi Diego, do you think the cream or coffee Think 6.5 will look better with GMK Bento? Let me take a look at that even. I actually am not sure. Give me a sec here. So you said think 6.5. That's the V3 that's running right now. Gray Studio probably, right? Where's the actual listing for it? Is it just their Instagram? Wait, no, it should be on their website, right? Can't find it. Where's the listing? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so Gray Studio. This is coffee. This with bento? I don't know, dude. This is too brown for bento. This is too brown for bento. And then what else? Cream? I would do cream. For sure. Yeah. Brown, I would do like GMK Dolch R5 or something like that. I'll do cream for bento. If you're going to do bento for sure, I'll do the cream. It's a lot more neutral and more manageable, and it'll give nice contrast to the blue modifiers and whatnot, the salmon and the blue modifiers. I mean, there's other colors like, I mean, silver probably fine. This is like blue, lavender, lilac, gray, something else. This is black maybe, brown. Oh, maybe this is lilac. Purple, dark blue, red, green, navy, I don't know. And then cream, pink, or is this white and pink? Okay. Yeah, no. If you're going to do one of the coffee or the cream, I'll definitely go with cream, for sure. Yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, they have like themed colorways. Oh, I see. Navy would look pretty classic with bento. The contrast would be there, right? Oh, this stupid honey extension. All right. Yeah. GMK Foundation. Oh yeah, that'll look good too. For like actually for both the cream or the coffee one, yeah. Good, would be nice. All right, y'all have any questions or anything like that? We've just the board sounds pretty loud on streams. That loud IRL? It's on the louder side. Also, it doesn't help that the mic is like right here, like, and it's kind of towards this way. So yeah, you can hear it a little bit closer. It's closer than probably when I type, which I put it at like maybe like this high, so that it's not like too close to the board. Kind of more close. I mean, yeah, I would say it's not that loud. It's not super loud. It's a little louder probably because right now the mic is a little bit closer. Yeah. Oil Kings are pretty nice though. I mean, these are stock. They sound really good for stock. Like, probably can use them stock for a while and would be okay. Like, it's not unbearable. Like, it doesn't have that like crunch either. My thought process was that the coffee renders feature GMK Carbon, which had a very similar alpha to bento. Yeah, okay, bento and carbon do have like that like yellowed kind of tone of alphas. That's true. But I don't think coffee anodizing would go well. Like the tone is because with anodized metals and plastic look different. So on the render, it might look flatter than it really is. That's why I think the brown anno or coat, even if it's coated, it's not gonna work out that well with the bento like color settings in general. But I don't know. Seeing it in person is probably the best way, but hard to say that now. Yeah, I think I only lubed the springs for my old Kings. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, because the rest of the parts do have quite a bit of like lube on them from the factory, right? All right. Well, I think if we don't have much more, I think I'll probably call it a night, and we'll see who to raid. I believe there's a bunch of people streaming tonight. Let's see. See ya, Drew. Let's see. Aliagnifolia, that's Jackie, is doing a Callus build from Quarter Keys. Oh, Patty is streaming some WoW. Super secret stream, I'm still sick. Mr. EPP, Extra Prius, is currently doing a H40 Amano R3 proto, if you wanted to check that out. Whichever is fine. Callus or Amano, I think they're pretty good if you want more keyword content. Otherwise, don't think I see anybody else. EPP? Okay, sure. Why not? Maybe EPP will also raid Jackie if she's not done by then. Let's see. Extra Prius, please. Alright, folks. Thanks again for stopping by. And I'll catch you guys next week. On Monday, I'll be building the vintage 60S from G Studio / Click Clack IO. I believe Alex also built it. But yeah, I'll be building that. It's called 60S, but it's more like a 75% layout. Just FYI, but it's kind of an interesting looking board. Alright, let's just say Lightning Raid. I don't have much else to say tonight, actually. Yeah, let's just say Kaze is so lit. Meow go. No. Meow go hypers. Alright. There's our raid message. Oh, yes, this is Dolch R5 with Hangul. Yep. Alright, folks. Thanks again for stopping by. I'll catch you guys on the next stream. I'll see you guys on Monday evening, most likely. But yeah, take it easy. Have a good rest of your week. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.